And those will be our starters. Some intriguing matchups on the floor tonight. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2. So let's take a look at the Chicago Bulls starting lineup. Anthony Simons out there with Josh Giddey. Then it's Trey Lyles. Then it's Richaun Holmes. And it's Okoro in at the 3. And for the Jazz, we've got George, Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey. And it's Kessler in at the 5 down low. Well, 2 of the best guards in the league going at it today, Grant. Is there a bit of bragging rights on the line?
You know, maybe not for the players themselves, BA, but the fans will absolutely use this game as evidence when they argue why their guy is the best.
And it's Utah with the ball, following the 3-point basket by Chicago. Here's Jackson. Here's Markkanen. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Simons outside. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Chicago.
Man, this is why you want Simons on the floor. I mean, he can really stretch it.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Jazz. 6-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Chicago.
Despite playing in different conferences, it's been a contentious rivalry. These teams share plenty of history, just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet them.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
George with it, now guarded by Simons. Here's Jackson. No luck on that one. Excellent D there from Holmes. Giddey passes to Simons. From downtown. Offensive rebound. Okoro on the wing. The 3. He buries it from 3.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
And we're joined now by Shams Charania. He's calling in with a story. Good to have you, Shams. What's going on?
Well, the Jazz have traded away a lot of their veterans. All-star Lauri Markkanen still remains. After a down-shooting season a year ago, perhaps he needs to build his value back up around the league before they would consider moving him.
He can heat up in a hurry. Appreciate the update. Thanks, Shams. George passes to Bailey. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist.
And even if he doesn't have the wider frame some guys do, Bailey's not going to let contact keep him from finishing.
From behind the arc. The rebound by Jackson. Jazz trail by 5. And he's going for the oop here. And finished off by Kessler.
Just flawless timing right there.
Right? The dish, the catch, the flush, the whole thing was perfect. And now the first timeout called here for Chicago.
Yeah, they're hoping to turn things around with this timeout.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
Chicago making a switch here. Tice is checked in. On the wing, Simons. Lets the 3 fly. Rebound, Utah. They want to keep rolling here following a win against Atlanta.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
And no team is going to shoot 50% every night, but this team has the right approach. When the shots are falling, they can light it up.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
Here's Markkanen. Uses the glass on the layup. Markkanen's got his second basket of the night.
Some real toughness from Markkanen. Powers through the contact, then has the focus and touch to finish.
There's Simons with a 3. Pure from 3-point range.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better than that.
And now the first time out called here for Utah. You look at Anthony Simons. He's been playing really well.
They have to come up with a new wrinkle defensively because he is killing them from deep.
So Utah going with an almost entire new group here. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Kessler. Filipowski comes in for Jackson. Sensabaugh is checked in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Bailey. And it's out of bounds. The Jazz able to retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
And so Simons will bring it up for Chicago. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
You want to know why they're winning? It's because of his play offensively.
Chicago shooting their first free throw of the evening. And that one falls for Simons.
I mean, it was amazing to see Simons' progression in his first few NBA seasons. He got better every single year.
Here's Collier. Banked it in off the glass.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Chicago leading by 3. Down low. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
Ha, it doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
Here's George. Tice grabs the miss. The Bulls have gotten 7 of their first 12 shots to go. Unloads. And that one's long. Utah has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Pass to Collier. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Utah shooting their first free throws of this game. Some changes for Chicago. Williams is checked in for Lyles. Joseph comes in for Giddey. And it's Morris in for Okoro. Now here's Morris. On the wing, Simons. Pass to Tice. Morris outside. 5 to shoot. And here's Simons. And the shot clock expired. 24-second violation. Holmes, he's checked in for Simons. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Sensabaugh. Tice defending.
Bulls foul.
Utah shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And he makes the first.
At the line for Utah. Senza.
He's perfect from the line this time.
2-part equation. You have to be aggressive enough to get to the line, then talented enough to sink them.
Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over.
Yeah, coach no doubt wants to use this timeout to review the matchups and maybe make some adjustments as well.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
Simons outside. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. Anthony Simons has been leading the charge for the Bulls.
Chicago.
Clicking.
20.
And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you think about what we've seen here from the Bulls tonight?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
And as long as the threes are dropping, you've got to keep launching them.
On the court for Chicago, they've got Richaun Holmes, Anthony Simons out there with Corey Joseph. Then it's Patrick Williams, and it's Tice in at the power forward position. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Lauri Markkanen is a 7-footer with touch, but he can also attack off the dribble. Referencing comparisons to Dirk Nowitzki, he said, quote, when someone hits a fadeaway jumper, they say, that's the Dirk. Maybe someday I'll get the drag step to be called the Lauri. Guys, back to you.
That's a sweet move, too. All right, Allie, thanks for the report. Here's Collier, following the three-point basket by Chicago. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Holmes. Chicago making some changes. Lyles, he's checked in for Tice. And it's Josh Giddey in for Simons. Inside, here's Jackson. Markkanen, the pass to Jackson. And it's good. 2 points.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
To the left side wing. Chicago passing it around. Kept alive. Holmes finds Giddey. Here's Lyles. Trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to Detroit. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
If you give him that kind of separation, oh, he's going to take full advantage.
Here's Collier, defended by Holmes. And Holmes with the block. And that'll be Utah's ball as it goes out of bounds. Jazz able to keep possession. Okoro is checked in for Chicago. And here's Bailey for three. Drills it from deep. Bailey's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, a good idea to set up Bailey. He's got that high release. He's such an exciting young player.
Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely. 6 on the shot clock. Puts up a 3. Kessler with a rebound. Cavs leading by 3. Here's Bailey driving in, and it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh, yeah, Bailey can easily get there off the drive. The rookie doing it with style.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
Kessler uses the glass to finish the layup. And now a 7-point Jazz lead.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Giddey scanning the floor. Pass to Joseph. To stop the run. The rebound by the Jazz. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
And yep, it's good. Kessler's got 8.
And their intensity has only picked up this quarter, even while holding the lead.
And the Bulls call time here. And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Filipowski, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Sensabaugh comes in for Lauri Markkanen. And it's Keontae George in for Collier. Now here's Filipowski. Still no points. For 3, George. Count it. 2 for 4 from the field now.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. George has a confident stroke.
George against Simons. Another 3 for Chicago.
His production from range has been nothing short of astounding.
George passes to Kessler. 1:36 left to play in the second quarter. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Second personal foul.
It's going to be on Isaac Okoro.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
Walker Kessler.
And he sinks the second. There's 1:34 left to play in the second quarter. And here's Simons outside. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
And he's single-handedly trying to keep them alive. Terrific scoring quarter. Will it be enough, though?
George passes to Filipowski. Back to George. 4-3. That one doesn't drop.
You love to see the competitive fire, but he couldn't sink that revenge triple.
Pass to Simons. From deep. Rebounded by Bailey.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Up high and down it goes on the lob.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
Now here's Simons. That's 29 for him. Off target from outside. Pass to Bailey. Here's Sensabaugh. And the 3 off target.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Launches a 3. Simons, that one's good. Simons has got 32 points in the game.
He's just showing off tonight. Simons, an explosive scorer with great energy.
Here's Sensabaugh. And they get it back. Over Williams. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period. And now with the second half about...
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Anthony Simons, he's been playing really well.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Walker Kessler. Then there's George. And it's Bailey in at the 2. That's the group for Utah right now. Giddey finds Simons. Out left to the wing. The 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
George for 3. Rebounded by Lyles. Chicago trailing here. Okoro left side. Pass to Simons for the lead. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Bailey, the pass to Jackson. From down in the low post, it goes. Jackson's got 6 points.
This is what a near 7-footer like Jackson delivers tough inside scoring.
Pass to Lyles. There's the 3. Rebounded by Bailey. Utah's gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. Back to George. Now Kessler, defended by Holmes. George for 3, knocks it down from distance. And it's a 4-point Jazz lead.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Timeout called, the Bulls. And as we head into this break, the players have an opportunity to replenish their energy with Gatorade as they prepare to go into the final stages of this ball game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, not to mention over the course of a season, you have to stay hydrated. If you don't, it's amazing how much slower your body is to bounce back. It can have a serious effect on performance, no question. And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Count it, good.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
Morris passes to Giddey. 3-pointer. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist from Giddey. Simons has got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, such an assertive shooter. Simons has his feet planted and just hits it.
To the inside. Giddey with a double team. Here's Nurkic. That one off the back iron and out. Chicago has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. And here's Simons outside. Utah grabs the miss. Jackson's got his 5th rebound in this one. Over the last few seasons, we've seen Jaren Jackson Jr. take major leaps offensively.
His scoring efficiency has gone up, and it's been paired with his other defensive ability, and that has made him lethal. Now, if we could just focus on the rebound.
There's Simons with a 3. The shot off that time. Utah leading by 3. Here's Collier. Count the basket and the foul! That's on Anthony Simons.
Yeah, moving the ball with a purpose. Lauri Markkanen. Nice pass.
A different look here for Utah. Filipowski comes in for Jackson, and Sensabaugh subbed in for George. Then for Chicago, Williams comes in for Simon. And Joseph is subbed in for Giddey. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Graham.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Anthony Simons, he's checked in for Morris. The Jazz have gone 6 for 9 in the half. Collier, no good.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
On the wing, Simons. To the left wing. Holmes finds Simons. Clock at 6. From behind the arc. Utah grabs the miss.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
The offensive rebound. A nice shot by Filipowski.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Simons outside. And it's all from three-point range. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They lead by 7. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Williams passes to Holmes. And here's Simons outside. The rebound by Markkanen. Markkanen's got 5 rebounds in the game. Hit his foot. And it's whistled to kick. A minute 4 left to play in the third. Pass to Sensabaugh. Oh, a big finish with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Utah making a switch here. Bailey's checked in. And stolen by Williams. And here comes the break. And here's Simons outside. Connects from downtown. Simons has got 43 points.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
They've toned down their three-point attack in the second half, looking to protect the lead with higher percentage shots.
There's 21 seconds left in the third. Fires for 3. Holmes passes to Simons. Offensive rebound. Here's Joseph. Got it off in time. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Utah Jazz finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Bulls trail by 8. On the court for the Bulls, getting the fourth quarter going. Richaun Holmes is out there with Trey Lyles. Then it's Josh Giddey. Then there's Okoro. And it's Morris in at the 1. Snatched up. Back to Giddey. Pass to Lyles. Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Sensabaugh. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
A perfect example of how to protect the rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
And defensively, how do you leave him that open in crunch time?
And Monte Morris is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And here's George. Pass to Jackson. Ooh, too long in the paint. And he's hit with a 3-second violation. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
These guys have been hitting the offensive boards hard throughout this whole game. Great job converting the extra opportunities.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off of transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense. Trying to close out. You got to know who's hot and who's not.
Here's Lyles. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got his 3rd assist of the night.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
George passes to Kessler. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
They've been so active on the offensive glass. Those second chance points have really come in bunches.
Morris passes to Lyles. This one for 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
George passes to Kessler. And there's a defensive 3-second call.
Jazz ball.
And he shows the focus there. Nails the tee.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Nurkic comes in for Kessler. And Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Sensabaugh. 4 on the clock. Here's Nurkic. Utah with another miss. Bulls trail by 3. Outside Giddey. Timeout called here. Chicago decides to talk it over. And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
And the Bulls making a change here. Simons checked in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He made it very clear. They need to work the ball inside, saying, quote, they haven't blocked a shot yet. Bring the ball to them. Make them defend us down low. Let's see how they take that advice. Back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th. Pass to Nurkic. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his 5th assist in this one. Bulls trail by 8. Simons deciding where to go with it. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
There has been nothing for him this quarter. Ever since halftime, he's lost all of his touch.
Stolen by Jackson. No good. Giddey with a defensive effort.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Pass to Okoro. Here's Lyles. Hits the three-pointer.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Now here's Okoro. Launches it. And again, hits the Bulls from deep.
He's done so much damage from beyond the arc, and he's still hitting those big shots.
And the defense has to know that taking away his three is the #1 priority, and he's hurt them all game long with that shot. It makes no sense.
And the Jazz call time here. They lead by 2. 1:57 left to play in the 4th. Time now to present our player of the game, Walker Kessler.
And guess what? This was his game all night. I mean, he tore through the defense and almost never took a bad shot out there. Really, a level of offensive consistency most players can only dream of.
Utah making a switch here. Kessler's checked in. The Bulls have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this 4th. Here's Lyles. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Utah leading. Pass to Jackson. Here's Bailey. Takes a 3. Nails it. He's now 6 for 8 from the floor.
Oh, moments like this speak to Bailey's level of confidence. This rookie doesn't back down from the spotlight at all.
And it's Simons missing.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And Bailey gets it to go.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
And as long as he keeps missing from deep, the D will keep letting him fire away. He's just off from range right now.
And he lobs it up top. Kessler, no good. Here's Chicago now.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
Anything other than a make is game over. This is where you lean on your stars to get you to the finish line.
Markkanen's got room. They get it back. Here's Jackson. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. And now it's a 9-point Utah lead.
Love the power finish from Jaren Jackson, pushing right through the contact.
Here's Lyles. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
Great job of closing the space and getting a hand up.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play. He does it without foul.
And there's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons.
Personal foul.
That'll be a second foul of the game. There's 6 seconds left to play in the fourth.
Chicago foul. Daniel Tice. Third personal foul. Fourth
He
team
hits the
foul.
first one, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
Pulls it, and the miss. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one.